Hi YouTube, welcome to the Wellbeing YouTube channel again. Just going to talk to you a little bit today about sugars. Okay, it's an ingredient that's misused a lot in the weight loss industry, and it's something that a lot of people are not very knowledgeable about. So I'm just going to go through a few bits today. Been to a supermarket to get a few little bits, very basic and stuff that some people might eat or drink thinking they're being healthy. The reason I'm doing this is, like I say, it's misused a lot, sugar, and it's a carbohydrate, as a lot of you might know. But for example, first of all, I'll tell you what happens with the sugar in the body. Sugar gets broken down into its simplest form, alright, which is glucose. Okay, glucose then gets broken down to glycogen, and then from glycogen we end up processing it as triglycerides. Okay, which is basically how we then end up storing it as fat. When I say storing it as fat, if we don't use the sugars, utilise the sugars that we put into our body sufficiently, then we end up storing it in a sense. Okay, sugar never turns to fat. Essentially, when people say, "Oh, sugar, you eat it, you don't use it, it turns to fat." It's just a process where it ends up being stored in fatty tissues and stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is, first of all, a kilogram bag of sugar. Okay, hell of a lot of sugar, obviously. Now, when I ask a lot of people about this, and I say, how many calories do you think is in sugar? How many grams of fat do you think are in sugar? Now, this is an example. First of all, sugar is calorie rich. I mean, it's a very high calorific ingredient. But from here you can see, if I was to test you guys now and say, how much fat do you think is in a whole kilogram bag of sugar? A lot of you might know this, but a lot of you might get it wrong. 0. No fat in sugar whatsoever. Okay? And if you actually look at the ingredients on the side of a bag of sugar, it will say 0 grams of fat. Alright, no matter what obviously value you look at it in. Now, just quickly, I'm going to show you a few little bits. Now, first of all, we've got a couple of ready meals. Fish pie. Okay, a lot of people, fish, healthy on its own. This one, I'll just show you. And I've got a little glass here to show you the actual values of the amount of sugar that goes into it. So, example, right, okay, so fish pie, this is per pack, so per meal. So just so you guys know, in something that could be classed as a healthy lunch, in this fish pie, I'm going to show you how much. This teaspoon is actually a bit small. Actually, it's about approximately 2-3 grams. So, but we've actually got within this healthy lunch, we've got so we've actually got about 2, maybe because this is a bit smaller, about, I'd say 7 grams, okay, of sugar, which, as you can see, is supposedly for something that's a healthy lunch. While we're on the subject of that, I've actually got another ready meal here. I shouldn't say it, but Weight Watchers. All right, it's actually one of the better ones that I found. But just to show you, this is meant to be a very healthy, as you know, Weight Watchers, a healthy lunch. First of all, the fat isn't too high, which is why the sugars are high, because they're replacing the fats to make it taste nice. But once again, let me just show you this one. It's actually a similar amount. So for the sugar content, it's actually, to be fair, I could have left that in there because it's the same amount within these Weight Watchers. So once again, this is a healthy option. All right. Same again. Now, doesn't really show you a lot. I know it's over a meal, but it's unnecessary. And to show you exactly why I mean that's unnecessary, if you was to make your own, what's this? A Mexican chili. Okay. If you was to make your own, say, chicken and rice or something like that, the equivalent of sugar that would be in that is actually probably about half, not even that. So maybe this amount of sugar. Alright, if you was to make it yourself. Encouraging healthy eating is obviously difficult because it takes a lot of preparation, but I hope that's cleared a few things up. And lastly, we didn't actually get, this is lemonade, we didn't actually get the opposite to this. Probably shouldn't say a name for it, but should we say cola, because that's actually even more intense. But just to show you now, a little glass. So we've got a glass of lemonade, alright? So obviously depending how much you have, let's say we have about, what, 400 ml, 500 ml to be. So I'm going to show you now. So in with that, what we've got. So, okay, yeah, exactly what I thought. So the amount of sugar that we've got going into this glass of lemonade that you guys might drink throughout the day, however many glasses you might have. I'm going to show you now. So, it's a bit of a smaller spoon, remember, so about that. Within 1 glass of lemonade, alright? It's the amount of sugar that you're actually drinking. So if you sort of think about how many glasses of that you might have, sugar soon adds up. Not only is that a bad thing with the whole weight loss side of it, how it's going to affect your weight loss and weight gain, but more so as well, a massive issue when you start spiking your blood sugars this much. What we've got obviously is elevating the blood sugars within the body. When we're doing this, we've got something in our body called insulin, okay, which you may have heard of. When the blood sugars are spiked, the insulin comes up to lower your blood sugars down, okay? The more we spike the blood sugar, the more insulin has to keep coming up to lower the blood sugar, okay? That's the insulin's job. If we keep punishing the body with that, you then end up getting, your insulin gets lazy, okay? It's, you desensitize the insulin as such, so it starts getting very lazy, and it will prevent, from doing that, sorry, the insulin will no longer come up to lower the blood sugar. So leaving the blood sugar higher is obviously where diabetes comes from. So through years of punishing the body, abusing the body with sugars, insulin coming up each time to lower it down, at one point your insulin's going to say, I've had enough now, alright? It's going to get lazy, desensitized, and each time the blood sugar spikes, it's not going to move anywhere, you're going to end up with high blood sugars, okay? That's where type 2 diabetes comes from. A way from where it comes from. Obviously there's other ways you can get that, but this can stem on to diabetes. And just before I finish there, guys, as well, I actually picked up something on the, this is a good example. I actually caught the mother with these the other day, so I thought I'd pick this up. This is Activia yogurt, okay? 0 fat, 0% fat, fair enough. And I just want to show you, yeah, there's no fat in it. First of all, fat's not actually as bad as you might think. Good fats actually promote weight loss, whereas sugar does nothing apart from gaining, really. This one here alone, very, very small yogurt as well, I must say. But let me just show you how much sugar is within this small yogurt. So you're looking at that once again. A good 7 grams, 8 grams, alright. In this one, oh, so this one's bang on, actually, tell a lie, this one is, no it is, yeah, 7 grams. So, looking at that there, within that one little healthy yogurt. Seems a bit silly and somewhat patronising sometimes going through this, but it's very basic knowledge for when you're in this sort of industry, and a lot of people take it for granted. But there's a lot of people that haven't had the knowledge and had the training about sugars to know exactly what they are, what they do, and why you shouldn't have too much of it. But I'm hoping that should have cleared a few things up, guys. Any more questions, obviously give us some comments, give us some feedback. Feedback's welcome. Get more subscribers as well, so keep it going, guys. Please click subscribe. Any other questions you've got, we'll clear it up here. But like I said, I hope this has helped. A bit of information about sugars. Steer clear of them, guys. Sugar's the devil. It's not the fats, it's the devil. Cheers, guys.